Good afternoon. It's October the 9th, 2017. I've got to leave here at 3 o'clock for another doctor's appointment to get my sty on my eye lanced, I hope. So I'll shut down the room a little bit early, but not too much before regular time. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations, unlike an actual performance record. Simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, results may have under or overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Okay, we came into the E-mini today hoping to sell higher, but we said this was resistance, and if we didn't get through 25.50, 25.51, we wanted to be short. And beautiful retest failure trade right here. That was good for 6 points if you took our 6 points. Market does nothing, moves sideways. We say after 30-40 minutes it's ready to move. Again, this is a legitimate trade. +2 on a 2-lot. A mean green trade, and it takes forever. Maybe +2 on a 2-lot, and then right here after 2 o'clock they get after the market, and we finally have some volatility. Now, holiday markets, it was a banking holiday, they're characterized by nothing. Market just moves sideways, no volatility to work with at all. It's a scalper's paradise. Or you get hit with great big exaggerated moves when a large trader or news hits the market. And right now my guess is the large trader has hit the market. What might be fueling this? Trump's tax package is dead. Trump's Dreamers package, DACA, is dead. Potential war with North Korea. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. So my guess is that markets follow their own weight. So move, pause, move. We have a B over here, and if you had to make a trade at the market, you would be short. And because it is a holiday market, here's leg number 1. This is the leg that you've got to jump on, this number 2 right there, and that's the one where the big gains come from. Okay, looking at the F1 screen. Outside day, trade it. Tomorrow we have the very little news. On Wednesday we have the FOMC minutes from the preceding month. So tomorrow we won't have news either, and that's really kind of sets up a nice trading day situation for us. As you move out of the middle in K period, there's a B behind it. Remember, I showed you on the 3-minute chart looking at nothing but B's. Here's a move out of the middle, so we do not want to fade that move. We want to join it, and you had a beautiful setup on your F4 screen. So if the market were or was to close right now by 35.37, in London by 30.32. Remember last week we talked about 20 points off the high would get us long in the 25.30 area, and in this market 20 points has been about all the correction we could expect. 44.46, sell 1, and leaning against the high volume number, you'd be short at 45. 49.51, sell 2, on the assumption that we close here around 25.40. Okay, tomorrow starts the auction process. We have the 3 and the 10-year auction. That's generally pretty supportive for treasuries. The 10-year piece of paper, so I think it'd be like buy it into the 3-year auction, find a place to get short after the 3-year auction, sell it, let them run it down on the intermediate term, and come back and see what they have on the 30-year. inside day, find a place to trade it. Definitely a P, volume's high in the distribution, so this screen says find a place to buy it. So for London tonight, 7 to 11, sell 1. Maybe a little selling in London to set up the auction. 15 to 19, sell 2. 3 years first, so we're thinking more long than short because of the 3-year, but after the 3-year auction tomorrow, we can get short in anticipation of a weak 10-year. Buying 2501s to 29s and 21s to 25s for buy 2. Looking at the 30-year. Number 1 resistance, 8 to 12. So 15 to 19. 23 to 27. On the buy side, 28 to the buck, number 1, by 21.25. By 13 to 17 for buy 2. So where California just passed a law where you don't have to tell your sexual partner that you have AIDS or HIV or anything else like that. That place out there is, I mean, just think about what that vote really stands for and what the potential harm it can do. And I can hear everybody there, oh, by the way, I have AIDS or I have HIV or I have hepatitis C or whatever. I mean, it's just California is the pits these days. Had a strong day in gold, move out of the middle, find a place to buy it on F1. F2, quiet day, but definitely trading higher. Had a B, get a move out of the middle and I period. And here we are knocking on the door. So 88 to 90, sell 1. 93.95, sell 2. On the buy side, 81 to 83. And 75.77 for buy 2. I think we'll probably see some selling in London tonight. Paradise, right here on Earth, California. What a state. That state had it all going in the 50s and 60s up until the 70s. And then they gradually destroyed it. Want to see what was happening first? Read the LA Times. That used to be the business thing. Probably no longer the case. Let's put all this together. We'll do it that way. Move out of the middle. In crude. So, lower high, lower low, find a place to sell it in crude. And pretty square TPO wise, volume wise, it's a P. So, buying 49s, 49s and a quarter, pretty much where we were this morning. A little bit higher. We're trying to let them get stops below 49. We wanted to sell 50s to 75, so we'll make 75s to 40 to 50, sell 1. 50 and a quarter, 50, 50, sell 2. And 48, 50, 48, 75, buy 2. And the euro. Couple of 10 big ticks, the old ticks trades today in the euro. And it got quiet. Euro is a great contract, especially if you can trade London time. Higher low, higher high, find a place to buy it. Okay, the world's biggest market are currencies. That's controlled by the bank. The cash currency markets are. Bank holiday in the United States. You at least eliminate the United States trade transactions. So explains the compressed range. Okay, structurally right there, there's your sell at 118.10. Obviously you have the buck, so looks like we're going higher, but 118 even, 118.10, sell 1. Pick up this high at 25 to 35, 25 to 35, sell 2. Pick up this area right here. On the buy side, last rotate down was 95, then it was 81, so 75 to 85, leaning against that number right there, buy 1. And then 50 to 60, buy 2. Okay, I'll shut down the room a little bit before 3 because I have to be out of here. And I will see you all bright and early in the morning. Hope you have a good night. Right now, we're supposed to big frontal passage. They had my daughter said slush in Denver. But we're supposed the high for tomorrow is supposed to be less than 60 degrees, and then this weekend we're supposed to be back in the mid 80s, so our seasons swing with the wind here as they normally do. Y'all have a great evening. Thanks for sticking with me on this quiet Columbus day. I'll see you bright and early in the morning. I'm out of here.